This is Morning Motivation for Educators on the Bee Podcast Network. Learn about all the shows at beepodcastnetwork.com. You'll hear from a variety of formal and informal educators who help put this podcast together. If you'd like to contribute your voice to this show, please go to morningmotivationedu.com to apply.
Welcome to Morning Motivation for Educators. I'm Danielle Nuhfer, a former teacher who knows firsthand how exhausting and overwhelming this work can be. After 20 years in the classroom and 2 bouts of teacher burnout, I found tools to help teachers not just survive, but thrive. I created Teaching Well to help educators like you manage stress, find balance, and reconnect with the passion that brought you to teaching. This podcast is your space to breathe, reflect, and take those small steps toward feeling more grounded and fulfilled. Your well-being is crucial to your school success, and I'm here to support you. So with that, let's begin. I always like to start the school year with asking the question, how do you want to feel? Yes, this is always how I ask this preparatory question. I don't ask for goals to drive you to an outcome of how you want to feel this school year. No, I always posit, how do you want to feel? And then from that, we can choose the word we want to choose for the word of the year. We really can design the school year backwards. Of course, this comes with some caveats, but overall, this is the way I found this work most helpful to do. So, how do you want to feel this school year? For me, this year I keep seeing peace show up in my brain. You may be thinking, how can you expect to be in a hectic school and realistically have peace be your word? These are 2 impossibly different things, almost entirely opposite. You might be also thinking, won't that be extremely frustrating if you think you want peace, but what you really get is overwhelming frustration and actually never can find the peace you're looking for? Then what? Did you fail? No, not at all. If I look around and my desire is for peace and I find nothing peaceful, then I know what I need to change. And that something could be external, but it will probably be even more internal. In the midst of all this uncertainty and angst and overwhelm and busyness, I might ask myself, and I usually do, how can I find the peace within me to do this work with measured engagement and energy? How can I respond rather than react so that my level of energy matches what the classroom needs? How can I fortify my life outside of the school walls so that when I come in, my peace doesn't feel threatened or hijacked, or that there is no respite to bring me back to that even keel? Because peace may not exist all the time in the walls of a school, but there can be a level of peace existing within me. It may wax and wane depending, but if peace is my goal, then I will find something to keep me coming back as a beacon. And having the word of peace doesn't mean that it needs to feel like that all the time. There is varying levels. These words must exist within the context of the reality of our jobs. Even the best of situations, gathering a bunch of children together can create something akin to chaos rather than peace. And knowing that while still orienting yourself to peace can be life-changing. So I might ask myself questions like, how can I bring more peace to this situation? How can I model peace as I walk into this room? How can I be peace as I interact with this child? Sometimes this peace will be getting kids separated. Sometimes it will be giving some form of discipline. Sometimes it will be just giving the person I'm working with a little extra time and full eye contact in a world that is always down on their phone, listening only halfway to anything. So I ask you, what is your word of the school year? And how can you realistically orient yourself to this word as you move through the challenges and triumphs that this incredibly taxing yet rewarding profession brings? This is my wish for you as you start this year, to be realistically bold in your thinking and doing. Cautious optimism is the name of the game. Take both of those with you this year and you may be surprised at how the classroom and your life can feel. Thanks for joining me today. If you're ready to dive deeper into your well-being, check out my book, The Path of the Mindful Teacher, or join the monthly Teaching Well with Mindfulness sessions to connect and recharge. Find links for these and other ways we can work together in the show notes and at teachingwelllife.life. Remember, caring for yourself is the best way to care for your students.
Thanks for listening. And whatever role you have in education, we have a podcast for you at bpodcastnetwork.com. Who among your friends and colleagues needs to hear this message today? Please share it with them right now.